The next item is about my new hobby, soccer.
Soccer?
Yes, soccer. Because like a lot of other people, I am dreaming of a World Cup final in 2050 where robots are able to beat the best international team in the so beloved game of soccer.
Would that involve some delayed start of the matches?
Why is that?
Well, most robots tend to have a hard drive.
Well, it's actually true. The data processing units of these robots are very sophisticated, but it's the math crunching software that makes everything possible.
Well, it does sound like maths makes everything possible when I hear you saying all this, Jessica. Let's ask our reporter Marshall to help us getting a better understanding.
Well, I think I can help with that. Well, as you can see here, I'm standing on a soccer pitch. We start simple. At the moment, the robots play their soccer matches on small green soccer pitch measuring 30 by 14 meters with white lines like normal. In the robot soccer game, two teams compete to score at least one goal more than the other team while they play for 2 times 15 minutes. Each team has 6 players, 1 goalie, and 5 field players. The maximum measurements of each player are 80 centimeters high, 50 by 50 centimeter base, and 40 kilograms. During the game, the yellow ball must roll naturally when played by a robot, and they are not allowed to dribble the ball across the field. Each movement of a robot that has the ball can only be for 3 meters. And last but not least, no programming or any other human interaction is allowed during the game.
Thank you, Marshall. Let's have a closer look at all the different types of maths that makes everything possible. First things first, the robot does need to know what is what. For example, it needs to know what a ball looks like. As it is yellow, that color code is used by the software to identify that color. Furthermore, the robot has to match this color code with the outcome of the equation of a sphere, as it needs to know where the center of the sphere is. This also applies to the white lines on the green field, so that the robot would know where the ball was allowed and where it wasn't. Although without proper instructions, the robot has lost its context and limitations and goes completely off. The robot also needs to know what the other players look like and know how to sort friend from foe. In order to see all this, the robot has an omnivision camera. It is facing up into a convex parabolic mirror. This is a mathematical term basically meaning a symmetrical curve. This way, the robot works out what is where. But it would not be able to work this out if it didn't know what the ball, field, lines, and other robots look like. In this way, the robot is like a jigsaw puzzle.
The robot also needs to know how far away the ball is. This is where the robot's kinetic V2 sensor comes in. It's a camera that calculates distance. Distance is vital. It's no use going forwards 1 meter to get the ball when it's actually 2 meters away.
The holonomic platform is the base of the robots that helps them to move around. So depending on the information of the positions and the distances, the robot can move in a specific direction.
There is also team play, position and communication. Spatial skills, or simply the ability to know what is related to each other, are very important too.
Your robot needs to know where the opponents are. Some teams are even very strong at predicting the movement of the opponents, so probability and momentum are indicators that are used to determine its next move.
And then at last there's all kind of math involved in kicking the ball. Based on the available input, the robot calculates the required distance, speed, direction and trajectory of the ball. The kicker feature translates this information to produce the requested trajectory. Today Jessica told us about the programming and the dream of 2050. Marshall told us about all the rules of robot soccer, and we discussed the types of maths that make everything possible. But what else are robots doing? They are venturing out into the depths of space and expanding our knowledge. Other types of robots have been developed to help elderly or disabled people to stay at home for longer. But what does the future hold? That is up to us.
See you in 2050, humans.